Seniors have suffered more than any other age group from the pandemic-related isolation. And now, after many months of isolation, many won't be with family and friends over the holidays because of the increase in coronavirus cases and all the restrictions out there. Dr. Wendy McCrae is a psychologist with WellQOR, and she joins us now live talking about ways to reach out to our loved ones over this holiday season. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning.
So this is really hard for a lot of families when, if you talk to somebody like my mother, who is 82, she lives for having the grandkids over and for everybody being there. That's what's Christmas to her, not the gifts. What do we tell our aging parents this year?
Absolutely. The holiday season's been particularly difficult because it's so traditionally based. I think where you start is by acknowledging that this is hard on you too, that you miss them and you want to be with them, and then switching it up to finding alternate ways that you can connect and be together. And that's really where the visual piece has, technology platforms have come into play.
Yeah, and the technologies help for some people, maybe not for others. I know in my family, we're switching to a different kind of technology platform in the new year to see if it helps a little bit more to make it a more immersive experience for my mother, where maybe she'll be more likely to pick up and do it. What have you found has worked for some families?
Actually, what you're doing is perfect. We found that we need to meet the seniors where they're at and play with it to find the technology that works best for them. Some seniors are preferring the Echo Show or Facebook portal because they're voice activated. Other seniors are most comfortable on Zoom or using FaceTime. So I think what you're doing is wonderful, meeting your loved one where they're at and playing with it with them to figure out which device is most comfortable.
What do you know about isolation and health at that age?
Isolation and lack of physical contact for older adults impacts their overall mental health, cognition, and physical health. So connecting visually is imperative to maintain deep connections and create a sense of belonging and comfort.
Do you think years from now we will look back at this time with regret at how we handled this for this age group?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that if you have concerns about your loved one, that's definitely where WellCore can step in. If you sense that someone you care about is having a hard time, the visual piece also lets us see, is their temperament changed? How is their personality? And really bringing in third-party support as needed. We've been doing a lot of telehealth with seniors, and they've adapted. It's been going well.
Yeah, I noticed that just the people in that age group in my own family, they've been very verbal, which is not necessarily normal for them to express something like this. And this has been the hardest thing that they have dealt with in their lives, which says a lot.
There's no end in sight, and that's been very tricky for them, not to have a definitive end date when we all can go back to normal.
Yeah, no matter how old you are. Well, Dr. McCrae with WellCore, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate the resources.
Thanks for having me.